And of course, probably the biggest promoter in the history of wrestling is Vince McMahon. What are some of your favorite stories about being around Vince, and how did you and your brother end up over in the WWF?
Well, you know, they were recruiting and they were trying to get the best talent of all the territories and all the provinces and all the countries. And so we were lucky to be chosen there. And I remember the limousine picking us at the airport in LaGuardia, and then we went to Stamford, Connecticut to meet Vince. And I'll never forget the time where we were sitting there, and I finally got the nerves to ask him, like, you know, after listening to him, what he was proposing to us. And then I put my mind together, and then I asked him, I said, what are your plans with us, Vince? And then he looked at me and he says, the sky is the limit. And it was so funny because when he said that, the sky is the limit, me and Rim were going like, wow, like this is like an actor going to Hollywood, you know, this is big time. And then I realized down the road there that a lot of guys were told the sky was the limit. but at the time, it was just amazing. And he was very, very, very impressive to be around. He was a very, very smart man, and he was a businessman. He knew how to make you feel good. He knew so when it was good, it was good. When we had WrestleMania 10 with the moms, and we had this screw job from Vince to me, where he promised us for 4 months that we were going to beat the moms at WrestleMania. That's what was our big falling out of me and Vince, actually. And when we got 1 hour before the show, and we'd been beat everywhere in the world, Carl and I, like by even middle guys, like 1, 2, and it was hard on us. But then they kept telling us, don't worry, guys, because when we get back to WrestleMania 10, you're going to beat the moms with your big move, and you're going to get all your recognition and your street value back up. So, but an hour before the match, we were told by Pat that Pat came to see me, and he says, Jacques, he says, listen, he says, we're thinking about doing something just a little different, a DQ or something. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, because, you know, he says, if we beat the moms tonight, he says, what's going to be left for them? And I was saying, well, I don't give a shit. Yeah. I like the moms. But for 4 months, we've been squashed by middle guys, you know, and stuff, because you told us that we're going to win our credibility back. So that was our falling out. So then I went to see Vince in the dressing room. And I said, Vince, I said, up to where do you have me booked? So he took his big book out. And for 2 months, I was finishing Israel, I think, in Tel Aviv. So I said, okay. So I said, don't book me after that. But I got to tell you about the Hall of Fame. I think that everybody I work with for months and months and years, they're all in the Hall of Fame. And I think that Vince, if I had a message to send to him, if ever it gets to him, it's like, Vince, you shouldn't choose your Hall of Famers by the relationship personally you have with them, but by the talent and what they gave to you in the business.